Welcome back to you and us, to my favorite, our favorite, everybody's favorite, nobody's least favorite that I know of podcast, the Everything and Nothing podcast, starring your boys. First, you got me. My name is Mike. Some call me Michael. Well, I guess my name is Michael, and some call me Mike. Either way, I'm here to give you what you want, what you need, what you crave. I've missed saying that. I've been throwing it into random things in my life, and it just doesn't really feel the same. If you take a look and let's, I can get into that later.
How do you insert that?
Like I don't know.
Like frying some eggs.
I just find some random thing. I'm like, yo, Rachel, you trying to have some spaghetti tonight? I know that's what you want, what you need, what you crave. And I'm like, that's like, that doesn't work. But in the top right corner of the picture that you see when you listen to this podcast, I close my eyes because I have to visualize it because I haven't seen it in a while, to be honest. But I know that top right corner is my homie Brandon, the newlywed.
The newlywed. Hoo-wee.
What a journey it's been.
What a journey it's been. If you loyal listeners, if you remember back in episode 1, we were talking about getting this started. We didn't even have like a baseline for this. But I'm finally here on the other side. Married man, Brandon Moody. It's kind of crazy. I look at my hand, all spread out, each digit a little bit apart. I say 5 times.
Even though you got married once.
You know it's my first time. But you know the Booker T 5 times, you know you gotta do it. But yeah, man, it feels good. That's why we've been gone so long, by the way. It was a big event. It's a big event having your boy get married. So we had to take some break, take care of some issues. Well, not issues. We had to take care of some things, and that's why we've been gone for so long. But we're back.
And we'll never leave you again. Wink, wink, nudge,
That's
nudge.
a straight lie.
That's why I said wink. That's why I said a wink, wink, nudge, nudge in a lower tone voice.
I see.
Well, continuing down the list of wonderful hosts of this podcast, if you take a look in the bottom left corner that you see when you listen to this podcast, you will see my homie Jalen, who is not a newlywed, but is still married.
That's right. What's up, everybody? I think last time I was on here, I was talking about how the month of May was going to be awesome, and I was so excited. But now it's June, and it's back to reality, back to the grind, back to work. But life is still good. Had a wonderful time away. Got to see the boys. Fantastic time. But yeah, everything's good over here. So
that's what I love to hear. Continuing down that list of wonderful hosts, if you take a look at the bottom right-hand corner, I almost hate that I follow like this relationship trend down the line. Because Kyle's not married, so it's kind of gonna break the rhythm.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were gonna do. Like,
I knew you were, because so was I. The one who will eventually be married in the bottom right corner, if he wants that. If he wants that, we don't know. You got my homie Kyle.
Yeah. Hey everyone. It's good to be back. I have been back home for about a week and a half after a week away, and it's been a lot. Like, Jalen was saying,
to be home, or
it's Jalen was saying about, kind of getting back to the grind, and there is sort of like the back to reality. Okay, we're here. This is life. This is it. What's next? And but there's a lot of opportunity, so that's good.
That is good. For me, my back to reality moment happened literally as I stepped off the plane, and my allergies kind of like just jumped me at the gate. And I'm like, man, I hate it here. I genuinely hate it here. Next day was super hot. Today was super hot. I don't know if it touched 100 today. But yesterday when I got off work, I got in my car and I was like screaming a rant to nobody, but it felt like it was towards somebody. And I was just saying how much I hate Arizona, and there's nothing good about this place. The heat sucks. The only thing that's nice is the weather that comes for a few months out of the year. Government here kind of sucks. Education sucks. Food scene kind of sucks. every house and apartment looks the same, so they suck. Like everything here.
You live in a desert.
I live in a desert, and I'm so ready to go.
What's funny, I feel like you said a lot of the same things about Michigan.
Yeah,
Like
I feel the same.
Yeah.
This wasn't a pro Michigan rant. I can take Arizona out and sub Michigan in and talk about its problems too. But Michigan's definitely better. It's definitely prettier. I think the only thing about being back in Michigan that I realized I didn't like was the fact that the roads still suck. And I'm like, I swear Gretchen Whitmer's whole thing was fix these damn roads. And I swear not what has really been fixed.
Yeah. I see the construction cones.
Right, the construction cones are there, but for what?
The cones and the barrels are definitely out there.
The construction cones are there so they can fit inside the giant ass holes, so you can see ahead of time.
That is there to cover the problem.
We're laughing, but that is actually a thing I've seen multiple times in Michigan.
I feel like that.
See the top half of the whole cone. You're like, oh, that boy is deep.
Like, working around that.
Oh my god!
I feel like I've strained muscles in my neck from hitting. You hit a pothole and then you up a little bit.
There are times where I'll hit a speed bump and like my body is in anticipation of it, and I'm like, I don't want to feel my neck move the way my neck is going to move. Oh, Michigan roads.
When you hit Michigan roads or a big ass pothole or a speed bump, you be feeling like you're part of the car. You be like, oh, that hurt.
You know, I will take Michigan roads over the drivers in Texas. We just got rated the worst drivers in the state, and I absolutely 100% believe it. These people cannot drive at all. Yes,
I didn't know it got
everybody here. They are the worst. I think it came out in a report last week.
Wow.
It's because
the man has sources.
You know, when I was in high school, like we had drivers in high school. They taught us to drive. They don't do that here, so everybody's just self-taught, cheating their way through their driving test hours. Nobody really knows how to drive out here. So
I'm curious what the road test is there though, because I remember when like Ed was getting his license, and he was like, "Yo, can I use your car?" And I'm like, "Sure." I went with them to like the DMV or whatever, the MVD, whatever we call it here. I don't know. That also needs to be something that's under one name. We don't need a million names for that. But I took him to do that. And like, I'm just waiting in the lobby. I brought my Switch. I'm like, all right, I'm going to just play whatever game I was playing at that time until he's done. I should be amply entertained. They leave out. And like 5 minutes later, he's back. And he's like, I got my license. I'm like, what did you do?
Turned on the car. He turned on. Oh, you seem like you can do it.
You seem like you can drive. You turn the car on. But they pretty much just like got in the car, went out on the road, pretty much turned in a square and came back. And they were like, all right, you can drive.
Like, that's insane. Because mine was there was definitely more steps. I had a parallel park. I had a back end.
Yeah.
I had uphill park. Do that correctly.
Uphill park.
I didn't know uphill parking was a specific thing. Maybe I
was in Illinois,
more hills.
Uphill, you had to turn the wheel the right way and put the parking brake on, depending on which, if you're going up the hill or down the hill.
I never knew that was a thing. That's interesting. I don't know if I know how to uphill park.
I don't either. But
I know how to park on a hill.
Yeah, I was about to say I know how to park on a hill. Therefore, I assume I can uphill park. But because this is a thing that has its own name, I'm not really sure anymore.
It's basically like when you're parking uphill, you have to turn your wheels all the way away from the curve, so that if you're parking
so the car
or
doesn't
brake,
like just roll.
Yeah, if your brakes fail, it rolls a certain direction where it's not going to go into the middle of the street.
Okay, that makes sense. That
clarification was helpful. Sense. Yeah, that was way more intricate than what I had in mind.
So it's the same thing I've been doing, just one extra step.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. The most important step.
That's the step that will fail you in Illinois driver testing.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I feel like mine was battle tested because there was like an aftershock from a Canadian earthquake, and I just felt the ground shaking. And I was so confused. I'm like, this road is so smooth. Why is this happening? I got back. My granny was like, did you feel that earthquake? I was like, thank God I didn't know that while I was driving.
You were panicking.
I would have been like, "Yo, we don't even get these." Like that would have shaken me more than the earthquake did. But
I was telling Jalen this in the car when he came to visit. Before the bachelor party. But it might be time. It might be time for us to reunite in the States.
it's not gonna be Michigan.
Come back home, Mike.
No.
Come back home.
No.
Do it. You want to.
I literally don't.
But you do.
I don't. And like
You do.
Being in Michigan was great, but I felt like how when somebody's gonna have company, they clean up their house and make sure everything is like perfect for when that person gets there. I feel like this is what that trip to Michigan was, because no way in hell did I get that many days of sun in a row. I'm like, that never fucking happens.
We're actually getting a lot less rain these days.
I don't know
because of the climate crisis.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I mean, it's better than your place. You ain't getting no
rain. I might see rain like in, what is it now, June? I might see rain in maybe August, September. I don't expect to see rain.
Months around. And seeing that meme is like, it's been 3,700 years since I've seen a water droplet.
Sometimes I just go turn my sink on to confirm that water is real.
Just to feel something.
Well, we got off the rails. You can tell we haven't done this in a while. Haven't even plugged our social media. If you like,
that's what the people are waiting for. They're like, oh my gosh, Mike has not plugged in social media yet.
Yeah, they probably turned the episode off because they haven't heard it yet. But if you like our random banter or the topics that we get into, or if you want to provide critiques, ideas, suggestions, things that we may potentially advertise with you if we like it, you can hit us up on Instagram at _ everything and nothing pod _ on Facebook. The same thing without the underscores. On Twitter at E&N Show. That is EANDN Show. Or you get hit our bustling, overwhelmingly booming email at everythingnothing_@gmail.com. I had to close my eyes to that too because I did not know I still remembered that. Man, you can tell it's been a while. But today we got some cool topics. We're here to talk about mainly the reasons we've been gone for the past few weeks. Brandon's bachelor party, Brandon's wedding, Brandon's honeymoon. I wish Brandon's media corner was today because it would be dope to have like an all Brandon.
I could
episode.
do it if you wanted me to, but
you don't have to. I mean, if you feel compelled by the end of this episode, feel free, and I can call this episode all about Brandon. Okay. Of course, that's all you needed.
Boost my ego.
Delicious.
Well, I guess that's what it'll be then. Today is all about Brandon.
Yeah.
With that, I would like to go in chronological order of the events that transpired. First will be your bachelor party. I mean, I've already talked to y'all and asked y'all how was it, so I'm not gonna start with that question.
Well, you don't know the details.
Yeah, I guess I know, but I just asked how it was, and obviously y'all gonna be like, it was a great time. But yeah, the stories come after that. So let's skip past the it was a great time because we know. Well, I guess they don't know, but I know. And get into what made it.
Did you ask me if it was a great time?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you specifically, was it a great time, but I asked you how it was.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
At the bachelor party?
Yeah.
I guess in spirit I did, but in the physical realm I did not because I was not. Oh,
people, I
wasn't there.
Yeah, Mike wasn't there because he hates me.
Yeah.
So, it's really a shame.
There were multiple moments when we were like, who's missing? We're like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, who are we missing? And it's like, oh,
y'all did a
we really did.
We did have a couple of times.
I would say at least 2, maybe 3.
Well,
damn.
That means that I was there in your hearts, so I can say that I was there in spirit. But yeah,
So
get
it's
into
good
the
souls in there.
details. Tell me about the strip. No, I'm joking.
I can start.
No.
I can start.
We did not do that.
Disclaimer: there were no strippers.
This
No,
is
they
this
were
is
not.
Kyle's perspective. I woke up the morning of the trip extremely hungover. Extremely hungover. We got to the train station. I threw up in the rocks outside. Chunks of late night Speedway hot dog.
Oh, that's why you threw up.
Visible.
Right there.
Undigestible.
Two things Brandon hates: Speedway and hot dogs.
And so the first day was pretty rough for me. I didn't eat much. I didn't drink much. I kind of was just there. And so I'm gonna pass it to Jalen to talk more about the first day.
Okay. So I got in a day early, flew to Detroit. Brandon picked me up. It's been since my wedding since I'd seen Brandon, so obviously it was awesome. Got to see Brandon's new place. We went out for sushi, and then we went and saw the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which was amazing. Next day, headed to Lansing to get on the train. Kyle puked. It smelled like alcohol. It was all good. Get on the train. I'm very happy. I'm very happy we decided to do the train. It was way more comfortable than being stuffed in the car for 5 hours to Chicago.
Yeah.
So that was a very good call. But kind of just got to relax and sit back on the train. And then we got to Union Station, Chicago. We all got some ribs from Robinson's Ribs in Union Station.
Which was a mistake.
I got some chicken with the buffalo sauce, the hot sauce. It was very good.
Oh,
I enjoyed it.
I had it with the barbecue sauce, and it also was the first real meal on my stomach. And
that's about the world famous ribs.
Yeah, we're talking about the world famous ribs.
World famous ribs.
And I was like, that like Costco white bun.
Yeah, that just tastes like nothing.
I needed it though. That was my lifeline in that moment. Like, everyone was like, "This bread sucks," and I'm like, "If I wish I had 2 of these."
Bro, that shit was garbage.
You got the rib tips, right?
Yeah, I got the rib tips, and what else? Dog, those
the French fries
were the worst French fries I've ever had in my life. Boy,
Yeah.
I was like, how did you manage to capture literally nothing? Like, I don't understand that. Like, how do you capture the void?
Not a flick of salt on there. Not a single flick of salt on there.
Like, how do you capture the void? And how does the void taste like this? like I couldn't do it, man. And I was like, this is atrocious. Like, I even got the rib tips. They were all famous, and they were just medium at best. I was like, bro, we at Union Station. This is a bad start off. Like, this is a bad start off. But we got out of there.
Yeah,
and
we
then
got the Airbnb.
You have to rental car.
Let's talk about the rental car.
You can talk about that,
I'm
Brandon.
glad you didn't go, like, for this.
Yeah.
The rental car was a little bit smaller than we thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know because I was in the front seat the whole time.
Yeah,
but,
you were.
like,
You were. Where was I, Brandon?
I was pretty comfortable. Kyle was damn near in the trunk, like the whole time.
Every time we got in the car, Kyle was in the trunk, basically.
There was one time that I got to sit in the middle.
There was a fake back row, and it was basically like one of those back rows where like the back seat is like the floor is raised up, kind of thing. And so Kyle was there by himself, and I can't imagine it was comfortable. Yeah, so Yeah, that was pretty tough, and we did not have a lot of room. And Jalen brought the biggest suitcase he could find in the world. So,
And I was the only one that had to be packed for an entire week, so
That is true.
needed that.
yeah, no, it's true, it's true. So yeah, that was a little tough, but we got to the place. It was decent. It was pretty decent. The Airbnb.
No bathroom on the main floor though.
No bathroom on the main floor. That was the weirdest thing.
That was weird.
It was a bathroom on the ground floor or on the low floor, bathroom on the top floor, but no bathroom on the middle floor. Made not a lot of sense, but it's fine. Yeah, we just got some drinks, we got some alcohol, and we got ready for the day. Did we do anything that day?
Was that the same day we tried to find house music?
Yeah.
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
We went to the
Yes.
that bar, and Brandon was like, "This music is shitty," and I was like, "Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's shitty, Brandon."
Well, the thing is, like, we're trying to find a bar.
I'm
Well,
like dying
all
over
the-
here with no food.
We were in a club, but we got there on Sunday, so there was no clubs open basically the entire time we were there. So we tried to find a bar with house music, and this bar says they played it. When we got there, they were playing everything but house music. So,
Yeah. And it was whack music too.
I don't know.
It was
I
fine whack
added a
music, like,
song.
what was
to my
it?
Apple Music.
Kyle can explain it because he apparently loved it.
I mean, I think it was a mix. There was some like indie folk stuff in there. There was some like more like upbeat, like indie, I wouldn't say disco, but like funky. Maybe some little bit of jazzy stuff, but definitely not
like
house music.
Doo-wop type shit. Like, and it was definitely killing my vibe, man. And I was just like it was not where I came there for, so I was a little disappointed with that.
Yeah, we basically all just got one drink and we were like, all right,
time to go.
Let's go to Portillo's.
Got some. I'd never been, so that was crazy. It was really good. So as the person in the second seat, I just want to say this. As the person in the passenger seat, I was tasked with the important job of being the DJ.
Oh, that's right, you were.
Yeah. We got some ungrateful bitches behind me, though. Look, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this out right now. So the whole time I was getting badgered the whole time about why you ain't playing hype shit. I was like, it's 8:00 in the morning. Can we relax? And then me, I don't have extremely hype shit. Really, what they want is just rap, like hard rap. Like it's literally someone said, "Hey, no one's talking about murdering anyone in this song." I was like, "What are you? I don't play that kind of stuff, man." And so I'm literally the whole. And then how long was this? Like 3-4 days. This thing.
Yeah, we came in on Sunday, left on Wednesday.
They want new stuff from my library for 3-4 days, and I gotta find this hype stuff that I don't really even have on my phone. So I'm trying to be a DJ this whole time, and they badgering me every 5 seconds. Like, oh, you ain't playing no hype shit. I was like, I'm trying it. I would play some good stuff. They would give me compliments, and then every 5 seconds, if it wasn't exactly new or if it wasn't exactly hype, you ain't playing no hype shit, Brandon. And then, it continued for 3-4 days, and I just lost it at one point. I was like, do you know? This is on the last day, though.
We went back to Portillo's at the end, too.
Yeah, I was like, do you know how hard it is to play hype shit for 3-4 days? Damn. I was like, I can't play the music y'all want, man. I don't got that on my phone. I was like, I'm over here slaving over a hot phone, trying to find some new shit. I was like, during each song, I'm frantically searching for the next song. I can't even enjoy shit because I'm trying to find some new stuff. I'm trying to find the next hype song. And if I mess up, even a second plays, even 2-3 seconds play, y'all on my ass. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm doing my best. I'm putting my soul out here, and y'all killing me out here, man. Y'all killing me. And so, yeah, it really upset me. Like,
And then he was like, you know what? We're gonna be driving in silence.
I cut off the music and we drove in silence. I was done with these bitches. I was so done. I was like, no, ain't no way. I made a house playlist for these guys, and they over here like boo, boo. I'm like, I can't stand these guys. I got so mad. I was like, you know what? Fucking here. I gave someone else the aux. I was like, I don't want to touch this shit. I'm just writing the second part. I'm done. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it for 3-4 days. New songs every time. And we got the damn peanut gallery every time I play a song. I can't do it, man. I usually get really good compliments on my DJing and all that, but do it continuously every time we leave for 3-4 days, trying to find hype stuff every time we get in there. I can't do it. I'm not doing
And then and on the way back, he gave the aux to Josh, and he was playing Usher and Icebox, and we were just jamming.
I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, what are y'all talking about? This is not hype at all. He said, but we know the words. I was like, that's not what you said.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had different definitions of what it meant for a song.
Yeah. That was the worst part. That was the worst part about it. I just lost my shit at the end. But no, it was really fun.
We played a hell of a lot of Magic.
Yeah,
we played some Magic. That was good. It was good. We got Jalen back in the swing of things. What else? Went to a sushi place, like a revolving sushi.
Well, we went there twice actually.
You did?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I was part of the planning meetings for this trip, and we had planned we're gonna go to. What are you putting air quotes for? Planning meetings.
Yeah, why are you putting it in quotations? These things happen.
This was not planned, boy. Every day was an adventure.
It was planned that way.
I'm gonna be honest, Kyle. This was not up to the standards that I hold you to.
Well, here's the thing, Rain. I wasn't your best man.
I mean, fair, but you
made me lieutenant, which is essentially stay on Victor's ass. I called a meeting the week before the trip. I said we should have a written itinerary. We didn't have a written itinerary. That's not me throwing Victor under the bus. I was delivering pizzas during that meeting. I wasn't gonna write it.
You know what?
Brings fair point.
You're right.
But what I was trying to say is that we had planned to go to the arcade in the afternoon and then the sushi restaurant for dinner. And then we all pile in the car on day 2 and we drive out there, and then we get out and we're walking and we get to the sushi restaurant, and I'm confused. I'm like, I thought we were going to the sushi restaurant for dinner, but I haven't eaten it today, other than like maybe some groceries or something. And we walk inside and it's dead. It's unlocked. Both the doors. We go through 2 doors unlocked, and it's dead. There's no customers. There's no wait staff. Doesn't even open until 4 p.m. And so we're like, all right, I guess we'll just climb back in the car and go to the arcade. Go to the plan as it was originally planned. But we didn't have a written itinerary. This is why you need a written itinerary.
I agree, and that's what I was expecting, to be honest. But it's all good. We had a good time. Now let me tell you about this arcade, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, arcade.
That made the whole trip worth it. Like, the whole reason I wanted to go to Chicago was for this arcade. But some of you listening might be like, what? There's so many other things to do in Chicago. No, you've never been to this arcade. I'm gonna assume that. Because if you had, you would understand. So you come in that boy, right?
Well, which arcade are you talking about? They won't know if they've been there or not.
That's true. It's called Galloping Ghosts in Brookfield, Illinois. It's about a 40-minute drive for us. Now, you get into this arcade, you have to pay $20, but it's free play everything. Free play everything. You just have this wristband, and you can leave and come back. You have like till midnight of that day. And that's man, they had literally wall-to-wall arcade machines. Any arcade machine you could think of, they had in there. There was like 4 or 5 buildings all attached to each other, filled arcade machines, and they're all free play. All of them. You can just start playing, walk
Just
away.
press
You
the
have
button.
unlimited continues, all that stuff. It was probably one of the best places I've ever been. Like seriously, it was insane. Like I was like a kid in a candy store. I think I walked with Jalen. I was like, "Yo, we can literally keep playing this." He was like,
Yeah.
"This is so cool. This is so cool." Um, it was unbelievable. Like seriously, it was unbelievable. We stayed there for like what,
2
hours?
hours. Yeah.
2 hours?
Yeah. I thought it was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
They had
my
like
feet
all
were
the
hurting by the
classes
time
though.
left.
Yeah. It was insane. Like you gotta we gotta get you to go there sometime. Like,
I would love to go.
It was just so cool because, like, typical arcade, you got to keep putting your coins in to pay. And you don't want to stay at one game and use all your money. You could literally stay at a game for 2 hours and beat it. Be like, well, let's go to the next one. And I think that's just so cool. Like, doesn't matter how many times you die, you actually get to see all these arcade games that you briefly get to play as a young kid. You actually got to play them fully, and it was awesome.
We played full game of Blitz, NFL Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta play
That was
per
fun.
quarter.
That was probably my favorite part of the arcade right there. All
Yeah,
four of us
that was
playing.
a ton of fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah, so it was insane. I loved it. I loved every bit of that. I think the next day we kind of just chilled and we went to Magnificent Mile.
Yeah, we went downtown and got Giordano's pizza,
Mm.
which I told Brandon, I told everybody, deep dish is all right, but it's for tourists. That's not Chicago pizza.
That's not.
But we went to Giordano's. We got it. It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, I got
The
the
waitress
deep
was
dish.
nice.
We got the deep dish. I got a thin crust as well because I had never had Giordano's thin crust. Just to see how it was like.
It was also all right.
It was all right. Nothing special.
Damn, I'm glad I missed this.
I mean, it wasn't
If-
bad.
for the listeners, if you go to Chicago, find tavern style Chicago pizza. That is the chef's kiss pizza of Chicago. That's what you want to look for. Don't go to get deep dish. It's not worth your time really, unless this is your first time in Chicago. But get tavern style Chicago pizza. It's very good. That's just for our listeners out there.
Maybe next time. But
Um,
we had a very sassy waitress.
Yeah, we did.
Sassy in a good way though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a good way.
Yeah, and then we went back. We had some drinks.
We went to world's largest Starbucks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I paid $9 for one drink.
Sounds like Starbucks.
Yeah, and it was just a medium too. But it was probably the
was a
best
good
drink I've had at Starbucks.
Yeah, for sure.
We watched the menu.
You
We
said
did
you
watch the
watched
menu.
the menu?
Yeah, the movie.
Oh, I've never heard of it. I don't know.
Fantastic movie. You should watch it.
It was pretty good.
It's on
It's good.
HBO Max or whatever they call it now.
Max.
Max now.
Silly. Yeah, and then we just spent pretty much the whole day traveling the next day. Back home.
Yeah, packing up.
Backing up,
Traveling.
getting on the train.
We talked about some philosophical questions in the station because we had like an hour plus to burn before
I was
the train.
making people mad, I guess.
Yeah, Brandon was trying to argue that essentially anything you can sit on is a chair.
So a table is a chair?
If
Sure.
you're sitting on it. That's
not
Francis.
necessarily. We don't got to get into that now.
Yeah, we didn't get
Really?
to
Yeah, we had like an hour to burn, so I was like, everyone was more open to having that conversation and like really digging into what is a chair. And
I enjoy conversations like that. Like me and a friend at work were talking, and she was asking me like, "Is cereal soup?" And that became like a whole conversation. Ultimately, we decided cereal is not soup.
I'll say the day we went to the train station to go back, I did go walk like a mile and a half by myself to get some Garrett's popcorn.
You say Gary's popcorn?
Garrett's popcorn.
Oh, Garrett's popcorn.
Chicago's famous popcorn. Very good. But I walked like 0.6 miles there and back, whatever it was. and I, walk right past Sears Tower and down past the financial district, and you got to see like the downtown part of Chicago that's not the Magnificent Mile. And it was a nice little walk. It was a beautiful day outside. I enjoyed that walk.
That's really good. I'm glad you found time like for yourself in that
Yeah.
to get to like walk around the city you love so dearly.
Yeah, we were driving around and Jalen's in the car like, does this look like a dangerous city to you? There's like people out on the street like jogging and biking.
Dude, so many people jogging. Like it was ridiculous. Speaking of that, did either of you go back home and start jogging? We talked about.
So actually, speak of, I Bailey found this video on I think it was TikTok, and it was like how to get into jogging for beginners. So we started it yesterday, and I guess the first day you walk 10 minutes and then run 1 minute, and then 10-1, 10-1. So you're doing a 30-minute like workout, and then each day you cut a minute of walking down, and then you end up eventually ramp up how many minutes of running. So you like gets you into jogging shape
like progresses
easily. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
So I think we're gonna stick with that because I really do need to get back in shape after all the food I had last month.
Man. Yeah, me and Rachel were talking about that. I think today, like May was a terrible eating month for us.
Agreed.
Eating good.
Eating good. Yeah, I'm about
Eating
to say
good.
like, we weren't eating terrible food. We were just eating terrible amounts of good food.
Yeah. All in all, though, trip was great. I was just glad to have all my friends there, minus Mike, and yeah, no, I had a great time. What started towards the end, I started getting a little down, and people were asking, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I'm realizing the amount of work I have to do as soon as I get back." And there was a lot of work to do as soon as I got back. So, next day, we only had one day. It was literally the day before the wedding. No, it was 2 days before the wedding.
Mhm.
So, that was the day we traveled back. So we got back on
Wednesday.
Get back at Wednesday at 11 p.m. basically.
Oh
So,
damn, y'all got back late.
Yeah. So me and Jalen woke up early in the morning. We went to like this barber, and I got the most in-depth haircut I've ever gotten in my life. My head was under a dryer. I never had that before. It felt kind of silly because I don't have a lot of hair. I'm like, but it was part of the process. Me and Jalen were there for like an hour and a half or so like that, Jay. All right.
How
You
much
gotta
did
line
you
up.
pay for this haircut?
$60.
Yeah, sounds about what I would have guessed.
I got the he did a lot of shit too. Like he had like a razor, he did like a mint cream on my face, rubbed that shit in, washed my hair, shaped up my beard. That's why I was looking fantastic that day, by the way. Yeah, but it was good. And dropped Jalen off at the airport, and then we all headed down towards the place. The hotel where I saw you guys. Yeah.
We were there because you told us to book it there.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That wasn't just happenstance. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, imagine that. You guys are here.
I know you. What are you doing here? Booked the
I
same
think
hotel, silly us.
we did a rehearsal, and then we had a party at my place. That was good.
It was a good time, yeah.
It was a really good time. It was really, really good to like first see y'all. Like when I got there, I was like, all right, the rehearsal dinner's in like 3 hours, maybe less. I need to cut my hair now. So I'm just cutting my hair. And then I think Rachel was just like leaving to get something. And then y'all just happen to be in the hallway. Meanwhile, I'm just cutting my hair in my underwear. And I'm like, yo, don't let them in. So like I run, I got hair like falling from my shoulders, how I'm running to my suitcase. I go put on some basketball shorts. I come to the hallway shirtless to greet everybody.
It had been a while.
It had been a while. I was excited.
Me too.
Oh.
But the wedding.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let's get into wedding talk. And I guess, Brandon, do you want to like start off with what questions you have for us to kind of guide the wedding talk? Or
Yeah, towards the end, just talk about like we started off. We had some breakfast. The guys had some breakfast, like all the groomsmen and whatnot.
That's right.
Um,
We did. We went to
That one place that I probably wouldn't go to again.
yeah. The name I can't even remember.
Some kind of diner.
American
American diner.
American diner or something like that.
American Grill.
It was alright, but
It was alright.
yeah, we had a good wedding. I mean, we had a good lead up to the wedding, I think, and we all got dressed outside. Everyone was there.
You said we got
What
dressed.
did you guys think
outside.
about? I guess the wedding, like the actual ceremony. It was. I
Oh,
thought it was
like the ceremony itself, like not including reception.
correct. I'll get to
Okay.
that point.
Okay. Well, the wedding for me was really, really cool. Throughout a lot of it, I felt a lot of gratitude and a lot of honor in being able to like actually be a part of it. That was nice. One thing I found really funny, it started at the rehearsal, like walking in with one of the bridesmaids on my arm and walking out with one of the bridesmaids on my arm made me very uncomfortable. I didn't like doing it. Because the whole time I was just thinking like this ain't Rachel. I'm like, and I know this is just a walk, but I don't like the fact that she's on my arm and this is not Rachel. Like I genuinely hated that part. Coming in from the rehearsal, coming into wedding day, I wouldn't say it was anxiety because I wasn't feeling like strongly about it. But one of the first things I thought when I woke up was I'm not trying to have anybody else on my arm today, but I have to.
Like, some strong feelings about this.
Yeah, like she's a really nice lady, and she was very funny. Like we made a lot of jokes, like walking to and from at the rehearsal.
Was it Geneva?
Yeah, it was Geneva. Geneva's really cool. I liked her, but I'm like, I don't like you enough for you to be on my arm. Because you ain't Rachel. I don't like anybody.
It means nothing, Mike.
I know. I just did not enjoy it. I just didn't. But aside from that one thing that I didn't enjoy, everything else is very beautiful. There are some things I guess I don't have to talk about on the pod that I guess I can talk about a little later where I'm like, these are some subtle issues that I did have. You nodded because you know what I'm talking about. But there was just like for me that we can get into it. But there were a lot of moments that I just felt very present in that moment. And I loved every bit of it. Like there were parts where I just like look around and I'd see birds flying and I just look at like how serene the water looked and like the smiles and the attention that everybody was giving. Like the energy there was massive and it was extremely positive and I loved every single bit of it. There was a point where like over your shoulder I saw Brandy like shedding a tear and I was like, fuck, the ritual has been complete. I've seen one person cry. Now I'm probably gonna cry. I ended up shedding a few tears. I didn't cry like I did at Jalen's wedding. Probably because like I knew this was coming for at least the last 8 years of my life. Like it was really, really cool. There were parts where I'm like I was thinking too much. I'm like, am I standing out farther than everybody? Should I try to back up a little bit? Like there were parts where my feet were hurting so bad that I'm just trying to like shuffle off of one foot for a little bit. Vic was like, yo, were you okay? You kept like bumping into my arm. And I was like, bro, I'm just shuffling, trying to relieve my feet as much as I can. And there was no true solution to doing that. Like, and there, I remember the lady was like, don't lock your knees. So there were points where I was like kind of like crouching a little bit. And I was like, that feels so uncomfortable right now. And I'm like, bro, and then I'd have those moments where I just look around again and I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. So the ceremony itself was very beautiful. I think the music that y'all chose was tremendous. The dip from the kiss did not go as low as I thought it did. That was one thing I laughed about to myself. I was like, this was more. I was like, this was at a higher angle than I would have expected. But it is what it is. It's not my
We
kiss.
didn't practice, dog.
But
I was
all
just
in
trying
all,
not to drop her.
that's fair.
Yeah,
was
that
my
is
goal.
the nightmare scenario. Is
That's
such
what
a
I
nightmare.
saw. You try not to drop her.
Yep,
Yeah,
I was
like for that scenario we talked about at American Grill, I was like the pictures of the moment where you dip her and the next picture of the moment that you drop her will be tremendous. I was like, that would
I
be
was like,
absolutely
you
tremendous.
said that in my mind. I was like, that can't happen. I'm like, that
No,
can't.
it definitely can't happen. And no part of me was hoping for it. But it was like, if it did, it'd be funny for me and not for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it a lot. I loved it actually. It was nice to see oh my god, your family looked so proud of you. And it was so
Yeah, they really
interesting.
did.
It was so
And
interesting
I
to
didn't see him.
Yeah, you weren't paying any attention to him, but like I was paying a lot of attention to like the audience and like just seeing like your family and like everybody like just had this space of like it's almost like you just signed $1 million contract or something. Like everybody was just like, wow, this man up here doing it. It was nice. It was really, really
and
nice.
everybody was looking really fresh, Brandon.
Everybody,
Yeah,
bro,
was.
your family is stylish. Like,
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Yeah, so stylish.
Well, I was saw my cousin LJ, the one with the dreads. I was like,
oh
man,
yeah,
you
yeah.
fucking fly as hell, boy. No, but yeah, my brother, he always do the styling thing. My sister, my mom, my other brother, Mike. Yeah, they're styling, I know. But I mean, that's good to know. I couldn't see really anyone.
Yeah,
so.
I
couldn't see anything. It was
especially your
so
mom.
sunny.
Yeah, it was
Dog.
very sunny.
There was times during the wedding where I was just looking at the cobblestone ground, like
And that-
by your and Brandy's feet, because like if I looked any higher than like the ground by your feet, that's when the sun was like entering my retina and so it was like painful. And the wedding planner had told us during the rehearsal,
No sunglasses.
and we should have.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad to hear everyone was proud of me. That's awesome.
I want to hear my perspective for you.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a beautiful wedding. I didn't get the sun problem. I don't know.
I didn't have it either.
Maybe
just on my end of the line.
Yeah, might have just been your end of the line, but I didn't have the sun problem. I couldn't really like whenever the crowd was standing, I couldn't see when Brandy walked in. So like I knew she walked in, but I couldn't see her, and I didn't know if you could see it either. So
I couldn't.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. So like,
I didn't see it. She was like in the middle.
Yeah, and then I saw you like get teary eyed, and I started to get teary eyed. I was like, wait, I gotta hold it together. I'm in front of all these people. Let me calm myself right now. And then yeah, everybody was so positive. The whole crowd was into it. It was a beautiful wedding. About halfway through, though, all I could think about was, damn, I can't feel my feet at all. That's all I could think about. I was like, I gotta get through this. I gotta stand strong. My feet hurt. I feel like I have no blood in my toes.
He kept going. I was like, this is not what we practice.
Yeah, he made it look a lot quicker during the rehearsal.
Yeah.
A lot less detail during the rehearsal.
There were points where I'm like, it's not about you, bro. We just wrap it up.
So I actually spent a lot of the time during it. I was over there tap dancing because my feet hurt so bad. And them boys, I was like, this cobblestone is the worst possible thing I've ever standing on right now. I was over there tap dancing like
stone to stone.
Walking down the aisle, all I could think about was, don't let her fall. Don't let her fall. Walk slow. Like that was my whole thought process.
Yep. Yeah, no, it was the weather was perfect.
I will tell y'all for
the
my
setting
wedding,
was perfect.
it really was. That was
beautiful. That golf course was beautiful.
The water, the birds, the rehearsal, the reception room, and the tables and the centerpieces, and oh my god,
God, that fucking chicken. Oh my
that chicken
god.
and the marsala sauce with the potatoes and the carrots.
I remember at breakfast when you were telling me like, yeah, it has a marsala sauce. That was the moment where it hit me. I was like, I truly did not read what it was. I saw Parmesan crusted chicken and thought chicken parm, and I was like, cool, I'm always down for chicken parm. And then like at the beginning of the day, I was like, I'm excited for some pasta. This is gonna be crazy. Then you were like, yeah, it's like a chicken marsala. I was like, I don't like marsala sauce.
And then like I was like, it's gonna be all right, Mike.
When they brought the tables to our plate, I noticed that my chicken had noticeably more marsala sauce than anybody's, and I was like, I feel like this is intentional. Like I feel like this is a branded decision. But yeah, Rachel was like, yo, I'll take yours. and I'll give you mine because hers had less sauce. And I'm like, all right, cool. I cut into it. I took that first bite. I was like, damn. Well, I was like, this is so. I was like, this is so fucking good. Like,
Dog.
I came up to y'all just to tell you. I'm like, yo, you were right. I was like, this chicken is great. My mouth is watering now. Literally thinking about that chicken.
No, I'm telling you, when I was doing the taste testing thing, I had a chicken. I was like, "Whew, the hoes gonna know this one." Nah, everyone loved it. I thought it would be very delicious, and it turned out to be. We actually had both on our
Yeah, I
plates,
saw.
which I was sick. But what'd you guys think of the rehearsal?
The
Was it a
rehearsal.
wedding
or the
Not
reception?
rehearsal?
Reception.
Okay,
I keep
I
getting
was
those
about to
words
say
switched
I
up.
was about to say the rehearsal. You could not convince me that was not Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Like, you could not.
No, we paid $25 per person on that boy too. That's
I mean,
crazy.
don't get me wrong. I got my I only had a couple slices of pizza, but I continuously went up for that chicken. It wasn't
Chicken
even
was, I
like
thought
The
chicken
chicken
was
was good,
it was
and
pretty
good,
good.
the salad bar was honestly.
and that one really
I
long
don't love
spaghetti
a
carrot.
salad. That carrot, no, they literally.
I watched that from the table.
I was like, this is insane. They literally like curled just one whole carrot and did not stop until that point was nothing left. I was like, this is crazy. What am I supposed to do? Put this whole damn bowl on my plate? like, but yeah, the reception. What do you guys think? It was
I thought the reception was really, really dope. Like I told y'all before the pod started, no part of me expected me, Rachel, Kyle, and Jalen to be the last ones there. That honestly blew my mind. But
that's what
it was
happens.
it was when you're
Yeah.
what?
Groomsmen.
I mean, I told Mike and Jalen at
Really?
the end of the night, I was like,
Mhm.
I feel like this was the only way it was ever going to happen.
Yeah, when you're like a groomsman or part of the bridal party, you're like the last ones there.
I don't think any of the bridal party was there as long as obviously because we
I
were
mean,
the
not
last
as long
ones
as
there,
us.
but
Oh, you meant like to leave? I thought
Yeah,
you meant
to
like
leave.
to
Yeah, to
get to the
leave.
reception.
oh no, we
No,
were
to
the last
leave.
ones to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, why do we have to wait so long to get to the reception?
Yeah, like that was one thing. Like when we were like, all right, we're done, and we like leave the golf course, and they were like, no, come back, I want to do more pictures. I was in my head like, I'm never being a groomsman again. I was like, I want to be up there getting drunk with everybody else.
I'm
right
weddinged
now.
out.
I'm like, my feet hurt. Like I want to go sit down. Oh my
Let
god!
me
But
tell you something. My feet, man, were on fire. I had them boys on. I mean, those shoes were fly as hell, and
They
that's
were.
what I got all the compliments on. Man.
Yeah, you pay for aesthetic, not comfort.
Yeah, I was like, this is what women do. They just be like putting themselves in pain just for beauty.
Right.
No, thank
Well,
you.
like pretty really does fucking hurt.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. I don't think I actually took those shoes off till like halfway through the reception.
Really? Oh yeah,
Really,
yeah.
I had them boys on the whole time before the wedding even started, and I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain. I had trouble walking for at least a day or two.
Really?
Yeah, I was in like extraordinary
Yeah,
pain.
that's how I felt after my wedding too. Like
I think I was fine after like
I think I was walking marbles for 2 days.
that's
Yep.
fair. That's
Um,
wild.
I will say, so my chicken, I didn't have as much sauce on it, so I thought I'm a huge like sauce person. Like I don't like dry food, and I really wanted more sauce on mine. So I think if I had more sauce, I would have liked it more. But that cake was amazing.
For me, the cake was very ordinary. I didn't
Really? I thought it was really good.
I didn't think there was really anything special about that cake.
I thought the cake was really good.
I'm not saying
That's
it
good
was
to
bad
know,
by any means.
because I barely
Cake
got to
was
have
good.
any, which is really unfortunate. If there's one thing I've learned about weddings and actually having them is that you just don't get to enjoy anything. like you don't get to enjoy any of the stuff that you paid so much money for and that you put so much time into.
I think that's the problem with big weddings because my wedding is so small. I actually got to enjoy everything, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's kind
great.
of what I want to go for my. Like I noticed there were like for you and Brandy, there was a lot of like tables to go
Pictures.
visit and people to mingle with and pictures. Oh my god, y'all took so many damn pictures,
dude.
I didn't expect there to be. There was a point during the reception that I stepped outside, and then y'all came out to take more pictures. I was like, "They're not done." I was like, "This is crazy."
Doing the sunset pictures and whatnot, dude. I was like, I barely got to go to the open bar. I think I went there once. The whole time. The whole time I went there once.
I was
I
there
was like,
at least every 15 minutes.
Halfway through the thing, my bro Joshua, he said, "Yeah, I had like 8 drinks already." I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, I was going crazy on Jack. I think it was Jack and Cokes or rum and Cokes. I had so many. And then the bartender was like, "Yeah, have you ever had a frozen Coke?" And I was like, "You mean like a slushy?" And then she was like, "Nah, it's a drink." And I was like, "Is it frozen?" And then she was like, "No." And I'm like, and then she made one, and it was pretty much a White Russian. And I was like, "I don't know why this is called frozen Coke, but instead of 15 minutes, I'll be back in 10."
No, I mean, but it was. That's why I wanted to know what your guys' opinion was, because I didn't get to enjoy it much of
I
it.
thought it was really, really fun. I got to do a lot of dancing. I've learned that the Turbo Hustle is a workout. It's not just a song, a line dance song. Like that song is like built for cardio.
Yeah, that's one thing. They're doing hustles, and I'm like, I have never. What is I? I don't know. Maybe I'm uncultured.
You saw your boy. You saw your boy.
I was like,
hustling?
I was like, what is a hustle?
Oh no, Jalen! You want us to cut that part out for you, buddy? What is a hustle? Oh no!
Yeah, your black card might be on the line for that one.
We can cut it out, Jalen. We can do it if you want us to.
No, I mean it's the truth. I was like, I figured it was some kind of. It was. I mean, I figured it was some kind of. I don't. Well, it's hard. I didn't know. I guess I didn't know the term of what they called them beforehand.
Okay.
Like I knew what they are, but I didn't know that they were called hustles.
Yeah.
So I was confused about them. And then the ones that they had a DJ played. I had never heard those before either. So
the Turbo Hustle was that one that everyone was doing fast.
Yeah, and and the craziest part about the Turbo Hustle is I didn't know what was coming next at any point. I was like, I got the kick, turn, kick part. I was like, but that's all I know. I was like, but so every I was like, every time
you're so low to the ground though, where you look like you were doing that Russian dance.
Yeah, I did see you learn a hustle and get to do it. That was pretty dope. I feel like most of the hustles I learned that day, like just through watching. Like I just jump into it and be like, all right, I'll pick it up as I go. And it sucked when I ended up like at that part that was at the front of the line. So I'm like, I don't know what anybody's doing behind me. Like, so I just
they can all be laughing at me.
Yeah, like so I just be looking back, trying to find the next person who does know what they're doing. But it was really fun. I did a lot of dancing. I felt bad at the end of the night because like me and Rachel used the photo booth, then decided we wanted to again. And then the photo booth person was like, all right, I'm closed. And I was like, oop. I was like, we took somebody else's chance to take pictures. That sucks.
The one thing I regret, and by the way, I got all of them now. Not the photographer, which clap it up for the photographer. He was putting the work in.
He was incredible.
He was putting the work in. My man's Spider-Man behind the scenes when we were actually at the wedding. But the photo booth, one thing I regret is us four not taking one.
That was a pretty small booth for 4 people.
I mean, yeah, but people
but it would have been a short amount of time.
Yeah. I wish we had done that.
I do regret not getting one. I don't even know if we asked the photographer to get a picture.
No, we got the 4 of us at the end of the night, and I can see in my face that I've been like in photos all day smiling. Because like my face in those photos is like it's this strained smile where it's like I'm smiling again.
Yeah,
it's another photograph.
My cheeks hurt by the end of the day. I was smiling. Oh my god, I took so many damn photos. I hate taking pictures, so I just kind of swallowed it for the wedding because I knew that was going to be a part of it. But man, I did not know how many photos I'd be taking.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like.
Do you know when you're getting the pictures back?
It'll take a couple weeks.
Okay.
I have the photo booth ones.
Well, yeah, because they give those to you like right there. But
no, I mean like I have like digital versions.
Oh, okay. Oh, but you don't have like the physical. Wait,
Like, you can print it.
you have digitals of everything?
Yep, everyone's photos.
Oh, send those my way. I want to see them.
Sure. Yeah, so I got that. Photographer will take a while, but you guys have seen some of them, and man, they look really good.
They do look so good.
So yeah, so just from the perspective of having been in a wedding, though, I'm just like, it's crazy how different it is. Have like being like the bride or groom, and then everyone else, because everyone was like, "This is such a beautiful wedding. This is phenomenal." And then from my perspective, I'm like, I thought it was nice, but I didn't think it was like blow my mind great. But also, I didn't get to experience a lot of it because I was gone a lot. So I did think it was a beautiful day, perfect weather and everything for that kind of thing. And I did like the music we picked for the moments. We worked on that for a while, and yeah.
You talking about the first dance?
Oh my! Oh yeah, let's talk about that real quick.
First dance song, solid pick.
What was it?
Solid.
It was a Mac Air song.
It
But
was
which one was
Stay
it?
by Mac Air.
Stay by Mac Air.
And that was like you were dancing with Brandy, and I was talking with Trevor at the table. I was like, solid pick.
You know your plan to put Mac Airs in there.
There were a couple.
Knew that.
There were a couple Mac songs like throughout the reception that played that I'm like, yo, I forgot about that. I'm like, yo, Rachel, this is fire. Like this song right here is fire.
Oh, we curated that. Like, you know, your
boy curated. I know that DJ ain't coming Mac Airs. I knew that was you.
What was that one song? It's on his Van song, his Van album.
Show Me?
Yes, that boy is so fire.
When that one played, I was like, oh, the second the beat started, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it's been so long.
You know, but yeah, all the moments were handpicked. We did all those too. I think they were really good. Man, what made me laugh is one of the dances. My feet were so done by that point because I still had on those damn shoes. I still had on those shoes by that point. I was like, and Brandon told me I could take them off after that. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I literally cut the dancing short. Like
I saw that.
Like one, I forgot to tell the DJ to cut the song short or the first dance because it's a 5-minute song, and I was like, I don't want to really do that, for 5 minutes. And so there was some point I was like telling Bridget, who I went for, I was like, and then they just were not getting a message, so I just said, "All right, we're done." Like we're done. And everyone just started clapping, and then we went to the daddy daughter dance, and he cut it off short for her. And I was like,
that's because that song is like 7-8 minutes long.
That's because Stevie Wonder don't ever want to stop, man.
Yeah.
I mean, every song of his is like 6-7 minutes, and it's just a lot of silence and just
there's right. Oh, like you could have edited that part out.
Yeah. So I just, and then we got to the last song, and I'm dancing with my mom. It's nice, and she was like, "I hate this song." I wish we hadn't picked it. Yeah, she hates it because she says it's so basic. And I was like, well, you picked it. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. She's like, there ain't no other mother-daughter things. And so we were just cracking up. And at some point, I was like, are you ready to be done with this? Because I am. Like, and she was like, I mean, that's fine. I was like, hey, it's all right. Cut it off. I was cutting them dances short. I was like, well, I'm done with this, man. And the speeches were really nice, too. I really appreciated some of them. But yeah, all in all, it was good. And we got to the end, and we all had fun. Yay!
Yay!
And so
I was so drunk. Well, I wasn't as drunk as I thought I'd be, honestly. But there was a point during the reception where I was like, I think I'm peak drunk right now.
Nice. Kyle, did you cry?
Oh, I cried. Yeah, different.
But it was more from the sun burning his eyes.
More from the sun, yeah. For me, there was this moment when I, like, the wedding was over and where I'm in the van with Mike and Rachel, and we're sitting outside of like a CVS liquor store type place, and Mike and Rachel are talking to me about their relationships with God and how it was like a real Christian moment in the car. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying.
And the way you were responding, I was like, he don't fucking care.
I was like, I'm listening. Like, yeah, I mean, that does those things that can be connected.
I did have like through that I did have an appreciation for your active listening, because like I know you well enough to know like when you don't truly care for a topic that's happening. I'm like, but he's still giving really good follow-ups. So I'm like, this I was like, this
Because
is
I do love conversations about like, you know, those bigger things, and it was kind of just a funny like back and forth. And I got back to my room, and I sat down, and I was just like, damn, like it's over. Like Brandon's been talking about marrying Brandy for like a decade.
Yeah,
literally,
quite literally.
And now it's over. Like,
well,
like
that's
what's
one way to
next?
think about it, or we could think of it as it just began again.
I mean, yeah, it's the ending, but it was like the ending of something that I don't even know if I had like fully fathomed with it until I got back to my hotel room, and it was like, damn, that was like a whole part of my life where Brandon wasn't married to Brandy and was always talking about how he wanted to marry Brandy.
Yeah, now it's like, what's Brandon gonna talk about now?
No, it's been crazy for me too, man. I've been just celebrating. I was like, can you believe we're married? Like, this has been something that's been going on for literally a decade, which is crazy.
Do you feel any different?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I mean, they
I
live
feel
together
happier.
now, so I was gonna say like a lot of circumstances have changed.
Yeah, I feel happier.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a lot of stuff that Brandon was like, man, I just want this and I just want that. Like those things are there now.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
why can't we live together?
I said that many times. Like, you know, I got a decent job, a very good job actually. I got the wife married. Yeah, I mean, I'm decently happy. There's some things I still want to change, but I'm working towards it.
But the big ones are met.
Yeah, I'm getting through some life moments right now, you know?
Big life
for right now, tell us about this honeymoon.
Yeah. It was cool as hell, man. We flew into Florida, and I about lost my shit just driving around because I was like, "Why is no one driving normally?" Like around here.
Yeah, where's Florida on the ranking?
Well, it's just everyone drove so fucking slow, and there was just like one or two people that would just be like zooming around, and I'm just like, "What is going on here?" And then it hit me. This is the place where old people go to drive.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I'm in my own personal hell. Like, this is awful. I was like, no. Yeah, that came as a realization for me, and I was like, I do not like this at all. So yeah, we went to like some what is it, Cuban food place, and it was crazy line. It was a crazy line there. It was like El Versailles or something like that. Anyway, it's famous. We went there, and it was delicious. But it was good. And we just chilled. Honestly, we just chilled for the rest of the day because we were still really tired from the wedding. And then the next day, I got up and everyone got up. You know, we're getting ready for the wedding. I mean, for the cruise. We got to be there in like 2 hours. So I'm like in the shower, and the shower is just like one of those when you step into it, and it's like a small little step to get into it. And you know, I get into it, and it's like one of those glass doors you pull back and forth.
Was it an overhead shower?
Yeah. Well, not like in your usual case, not the one that you
Okay.
like.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm trying to hurry up, and in my mind, I'm about to get out of the shower, and I'm like, my brother had just done this thing where he scraped the hell out of his leg at the bachelor party. Actually, he did that. And he cut himself. I was
The
like, man, that's
X-Sign?
no. At the bachelor party, he cut himself on his ankle. It's getting out of the tub. He said it was sharp as hell.
Oh shit! I didn't know about that.
Yeah. And I was thinking to myself when I got out of there, I was like, I gotta be very careful that that doesn't happen to me. And then I tried to very carefully step on the step, and it was very slippery, and I cut the shit out of my ankle. like, oh my god, there's so much blood. I got down to the second layer, man. I was like, this is insane. And so we got 2 hours to get to this boat. So you not only had to get from the hotel, we had to drive this car to Avis, drop off the car, get a shuttle to the port in like 2 hours, pretty much. And I'm like in pain. I'm bleeding profusely. like I am bleeding a lot. And I'm like, oh, this is good that this happened right before I get on this cruise ship where we have to walk everywhere. This is great. And so yeah, like that was a constant thing. But the cruise was really cool. Brandy, this was our first one.
How does she feel about it by the end of it?
At first she was like really wobbly all over the cruise, but
I'm about to say you got to get your sea legs if you've never been on one.
exactly. I think by the end she was okay on it.
I feel like that's where Rachel is on cruises.
Yeah. I think I don't know, man. I think like maybe it's that like you have more fun the more people that are there. Like if it's just you and your significant other, like I don't want to say you have less fun because you do have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It was a good time. There was a lot of cool things there. I went to the casino.
Which ports did you go to?
Port of Miami.
I mean, which stops?
I went to Half Moon Cay and Nassau. So I went to the casino. And your boy was doing really well. I was doing roulette. I would literally. Yes, I'm no longer doing really
It's
well.
not good.
So first day I did shit and lost like $100, but then I came in there with another $50, and I turned that 50 into 100, cashed out. Came back again later that day, turned that another $50 into 100, cashed out. I would literally have the 50 cash out when I got to 100. I literally would hit the same 5 numbers. I put a $2 chip on the same 5 numbers, and I do like the first 12. So I put on 3, 4, 7, 11, and 26. So
I'm just gonna give them all the info on.
Yeah.
Right.
Hack my password.
I guess you just cut that part out, Mike. You might want to cut that part out, Mike. like, hey, Mike, you're listening to this right now. Cut this part that we just talked about out,
Or bleep it out.
Yeah, or bleep it out. Anyway, I put them on special numbers that were important to me. And,
very special numbers.
Very special
numbers.
Very
informational number.
Yep, that I will not display to anyone else. So yeah, and I was winning. Like it would hit like one of those numbers, and it would hit like the first 12, and I would get 36 times 2.
72.
The numbers, and I would get 30 on the first 12. So I'd make $100 off of just one number that I picked running on it, which is nice. So yeah, I was doing well. One of the funnest things that happened there was we went to a show called Love and Marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. It was wild. So they picked the people that had been married the longest. They picked 3 people to go off on stage, or 3 couples. Person that's been married the longest longest, a middle couple that's been married, and the people that have been married the least.
Was that y'all?
Was that y'all?
So they ended up picking three couples that had been married the least amount of time. They didn't ask for how long you've been married. They did ask for the longest couple, but they didn't ask us. And they actually asked us to kiss like we meant it in order to be up on stage. And so me and Brady started kissing, but then there's this other couple that were just like literally just making out, and like he lifted her up on the stage and everything. I was like, I ain't doing all that. Like I ain't doing all that. Hey, y'all win. I was like, and it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because they asked some personal ass questions up on that stage, and I was like, Brandy would not have liked this, and neither would I. Honestly, they had some personalized questions, and the girl that was up there, like, yes, I don't think she was ready for that. There was one point.
Oh,
I don't think she's ready for that. There was one point they asked, like, name of if you were on an island and you didn't want to see your significant other's family members, who would it be? And there's like this black guy and this white girl, and he said her mom because she wasn't cool with her dating a black guy right on the stage. Oh, I was like, whoa. There's another question they asked. They said, name something that you would make bigger and name something you would make smaller. And the
Like
guy
on
was
your
like,
partner?
yeah, you're on the guy.
Oh.
And you had to guess the right thing that you said the same thing. The guy was like, oh, I would make my my butt. I'm sure she would say that I would make my butt bigger. No, my arms bigger.
Wait, she
And
had to predict for her husband?
yeah.
Ah, okay.
No, so she had to say what she would say for her husband. He had to predict what she would say.
Ah, okay.
she wrote it down.
For himself.
Okay.
And he said, I assume she would say that he wants my muscles to be bigger and maybe my something else to be smaller. The lady said, I wish that his his penis was bigger and his hair was smaller. And I was like, why ever say that? Like, why would you even think to say that on the stage like that? My man just got body. And like, this is a black guy with like dreads. He got dreads and shit. And she's like a white girl. And she's like, I wish his hair was smaller and his dick was bigger. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like,
how do you recover that?
I was like, take his identity and say that his dick too small. I was like, wow. Oh Lord. I was like, even if that's how you feel, I would never say that
That's
on
not the
stage
place.
with that man right next to you. Like, I was like,
they had to go to the rest of the cruise.
right. I said to Brandon, I was like, you wouldn't do that to me. She's like, oh no, I would never do that to you. Even if that's how you feel, you wouldn't say that in front of all these people.
This whole show was meant to cause a rift in marriage. Like, I feel like that's what that was.
If you stupid, maybe that's like common sense. Like
she probably ain't getting none that night.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My dick too small for it.
No, but we had a good time. Nassau was extremely hot. Extremely hot. I did not like it. As you know me, I do not like being hot, and yeah, it was very hot. But no, overall it was good. We had a good time on the cruise. By the fourth day, I was ready to be home.
That's fair.
Which is how I felt the last time I was on the cruise.
So it sounds like 4 day is your most optimal cruise line.
Yeah. Because it's like the internet
sucks.
Well, you gotta pay like $60 for the whole cruise to get
I
internet.
didn't even pay for internet last time. I was like, I don't need it. Just for some
Yeah.
slow ass internet. I'm not gonna by the time it loads, I'm not gonna see what I wanted to see anyway. So I just didn't get it.
Yeah, I regret not getting the cruise package again. I
The
mean
drink
the
package?
drink package again. Spent a lot of money. Every time we both got drinks, it's only $27. So
I
Me
just
yeah,
on
didn't. I didn't really drink on my cruise at all.
Yeah, on our last cruise, me and Ray, like after like calculating how much we spent on drinks and everything, if we had bought the drink package, we would have wasted like $150 or something like that.
hmm, we didn't calculate it. So maybe I should, but yeah, man. Overall, I'm happy all this happened. It's decent to be back. I got back to my job and I
It's
had 400
decent to be
emails.
back.
Look, I was off for 2 weeks, man. I got used to that. I had 400 emails in my inbox when I got back. And now I'm trying to get used to being a husband and living with.
Well, when you say getting used to, what are some changes that you have to make adjustments for, aside from like just living with somebody?
Um,
Well, not even just somebody else, but your wife. But
yeah, I mean, it's like I haven't gotten used to this house yet.
that's fair.
Like, I don't even feel normal like
Does
cooking
it not feel
yet.
like home?
It feels like home having her here, and it just feels weird having her here all the time, which is good. It's great to have her here. Um, but I'm just trying to get used to the place now,
Mhm.
and having I'm sleeping with someone now more often every day now, I guess. So that's different.
There's a person in my bed.
Yeah, it's not even my bed anymore. I threw mine
Exactly.
out, so now I'm sleeping in a different bed, and I got to figure out what's the best way to go about this.
Wait, you
I
threw
don't know.
yours out?
I did. I'd had
Why
mine
didn't you just
since
put it in the second bedroom?
I don't know. I didn't think about that, but I'd had it since I started school the first time,
Ah, that's fair.
so it's been a while. But yeah, it's good. I look forward to the differences and whatnot. But I'm good. Trying to
That's
figure out
good.
how to fix these marriage license problems.
Yeah, I heard those can be pretty annoying after a wedding.
Yeah, so far it has been. So, but yeah, that's what I got.
Well, there you have it, folks. We have gone through the chronological order of the processes of Brandon's marriage. And what did I used to say? It's been oh yeah, can I get a woo woo?
Woo!
Yeah, I was about to say
Oh,
I was about to say we paused it here until somebody give me a woo.
I was gonna do it.
I
I'm
knew
only willing to give one whoop at this time.
You
I
shoehorned that
that
in. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
that was enough to get us going on the rest of the ride. It has fueled me. So finally we will get into a media corner. Brandon, did you want to do it to make this the all about Brandon episode?
Um. Well. Um. I can talk generally.
I'll do
Um.
it. I'll do it.
No. 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 Let me get this part across because I've been thinking about something.
Okay.
So this year so far as movies go, has been pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Like, we got John Wick 4, which that was such a roller coaster. That shit was crazy. None of y'all have seen John Wick 4. Huh?
Mm-mm. Well, I
That
can't
is
speak for them, but I haven't.
such a shame. You guys should see that. Yeah, John Wick 4. We got Super Mario movie.
That movie, oh my god, me and Rachel watched that last week, I think. That movie was fantastic. I
It was
loved
everything I
everything
needed it to
about
be.
that movie.
It was everything I needed it to be.
It did. I want that's another movie I want to see again.
And now
Aside
I'm
from
excited.
Across the Spider-Verse? Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse.
And now I'm excited for the Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Is that
They keep putting out music.
happening?
Well, yeah, they got their own movie studio now.
Really? I didn't know that.
So I can't wait to see Legend of Zelda in the big screen. I'm
Do
gonna
you
be
think they're
there.
gonna animate that or do live action?
I hope they animate it. I want to see it live action.
Yeah, I hope they animate it too.
But yeah. So there's that. There is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Phenomenal movie. My God, I saw
That
that
was a great movie.
twice. It's probably one of the best Marvel movies I've seen in a long time. And then Across the Spider Verse. What can I say?
What a movie.
I'm not gonna say much because it just came out, but whew, man, the animation alone is enough.
Dude, there were so many points where I'm just looking at the animation like of like one style then another style, then them blending multiple styles into one scene. I'm like, this it makes so much sense why it took 5 years for us to get the second movie.
Yep, it's, it's incredible. We got Oppenheimer coming out soon. I've heard
I
that's
didn't know
supposed to
that
be
was
really
something
good.
you were excited about.
I think it is.
Christopher Nolan
It's
movie.
really good.
You
Yeah,
said
pretty
it's the
much.
Chernobyl movie.
It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh, it is?
Yep,
Mhm.
I
creator
didn't
of our
know that.
favorite movie.
That's not my
Interstellar.
favorite movie. Oh, I didn't know he made that too.
Did
Man, my man's got some bangers.
He did
out
make
here.
Inception.
Movies.
Yep.
He has a lot of good movies.
Interstellar, right?
Yeah.
Or I think it was
And
something else.
Interstellar, The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
My man's be putting in that work, so
Wow,
he's
he
earned
over here
me going to see
dropping
it.
bangers. I didn't
We
even
got
know.
there's this other movie coming out, The Blackening. Very excited to see that.
Heard about
It's a
that.
scary movie. Scary movie with all black cast, and
Oh
the whole
yeah,
point
yeah.
is that they can't.
They can't kill all of us first.
I'm there. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. But we got Marvel movies coming out too, and we'll see what happens with Jonathan Majors if he will be in other movies or not. But yeah, man, this has been a good year. We got some good movies coming out. We got some bank. There's already like 3 or 4 games that are coming out this year that I just have not gotten yet. Like even Resident Evil 4, Dead Space, Diablo 4, Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 is about to be something special. I cannot wait to play that game.
Yeah, so there's a ton, and I've been getting Tekken. So there's just a lot of things to love. There's a lot of things to love these days.
Tekken 8 isn't coming out this year, is it?
No, but I did just pick up Murdoch, by the way. Murdoch.
Really?
I'm going to learn him.
Interesting.
I saw
Okay.
Ricochet play him, and I really liked his style. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to learn this one.
I've been trying to dive a little more into Steve. I stopped playing Tekken for like 2 weeks because I like really, really dived into Persona. And I realized if you stop, like if you're learning a character in Tekken and you stop for 2 weeks, you will lose just about everything. So I'm back at level 1. I mean, I wouldn't say you ever spent a lot of time like learning characters. You more so found out like you found moves that you liked and figure out how to integrate them. So like what was like never like what you had to sit down and practice. It was what you were able to pick up. So it's easier to keep that because you didn't have to like gather it. You just got it.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah. We gotta get back on Tekken soon. It's been a while.
Hell yeah. I'm about to learn Murdoch and be doing that ground pound type stuff. Yeah,
we'll see how that one goes.
I'm a little afraid, to be honest, because he is kind of slow.
Yeah, I was about to say I found with Steve one of my favorite people to fight is a slow one. Like,
yeah, well, I don't know what I'm doing with Kane, but I could kind of learn what I'm doing with Murdoch. But yeah, it's just a good time to be alive, man. There's so many creative people in this world.
The industry in general is pretty hot right now. Except I would say the music scene has not been all that incredible this year.
We got Mac Ayers.
Honestly, like I told y'all, Jack Harlow's album was really good. I listened to that again, like between last night and today, and that album actually was really good. College Park also great. He dropped that song I sent y'all, I think yesterday, Juice 2. It was only like 2 minutes long or whatever, but I rocked with that song heavy. Who else dropped?
We got Masego.
Oh yeah, Masego dropped. That album was fantastic.
Black dropped.
Black dropped. That album was decent.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I can't love that album the way you do. But I can't. There's nothing to hate on. It's not a bad album by any means.
Hey, I got my Mac Airs. I'm happy, and it was actually really good too.
That album was really. Oh yeah, this artist I listened to named Joseph dropped an album. I don't know if that was this year. That might have been last year. I'm not sure, but that album was really good.
All I know is it's gonna be really hard to pick media for the end of the year pod.
I don't think it's gonna be. The movie might be hard. The movie might be hard this year.
The game is gonna be hard.
Spider-Man 2's dropping. I already know what's
Yeah,
about to happen.
honestly.
That's fair. We'll have it by then. Yeah, I guess you're right. But we'll see. That's a day one for me.
Yeah, easily.
And then music will be hard for me personally. But
I will say that on the Sony announcement thing, that one game, I don't know what it's called. Kind of reminds me of like the samurai game. I can't remember what it's called to save my life.
Phantom Blade.
Phantom Blade. That game
That
looks
boy's sick.
incredible.
I don't think
looks
I've
sick.
I don't think I've seen it.
That gameplay wowed me almost as much as Spider-Man did.
Oh wow! Does
It
that
was
drop
pretty
this
crazy.
year?
I'm not sure,
I'll
but Sony announced it on their.
I'll send you the video, but
Yeah,
it
I have
was
to
pretty
keep that.
crazy.
But would you like to wrap your media corner?
Yeah, just people trying to enjoy the creative creations, I guess, of people.
Creative creations.
Yep, creative creations that people put out. It's a good time to be alive right now, man. Yeah, that's it.
All right. With the wrapping of Media Corner comes the wrapping of the episode. Does anybody have any closing statements?
We thriving.
We thriving. We up right now. Tell
We're
them we
definitely
back.
here.
Tell them we back up. Oh yeah, the NBA finals.
Preston.
That's what I'm gonna talk about in my closing statement. Or the playoffs in general. RIP Lakers. Y'all did far more than I could ever expect you to, and for that I'm proud.
Chance, man.
To Miami, you have shocked me. I hope you win a championship. I don't expect you to. But like I said, you shocked me. I didn't expect you to be where you are. So who knows what you do anymore? Shout out to Jimmy Butler, who has not been playing incredibly in the finals, but
they still won somehow.
Yeah, they still won. Oh, and shout out Nikola Jokic. I'm watching somebody in the NBA become one of the top 10 centers all time. Guaranteed. Dude is phenomenal. So yeah, enjoy the entertainment world as much as you indulge it. If you are into basketball, enjoy these finals. I feel like my friends that were like keeping up with the playoffs have not been keeping up with the finals because it's not who they wanted there. But I'm like, dude, you're watching basketball purists. Like, I was listening to somebody talk about the Nuggets and particularly the duo of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. And I'm like, you can look at them, that duo, as like an egg. It's like no matter which way you want it, you're gonna get cooked. And I'm like, it's facts. I'm like, it is facts because they are insanely good. I've had a hell of a time just watching them play. And other than that, everybody else or everybody here as well, just enjoy your week. Look for the blessings in it. Just find the things that make you happy. Find the things that you can improve upon. Don't beat yourself up about it, but find a determination within yourself to improve. And I think that's going to be my statement for the week.
I just want to watch football.
I mean, isn't there?
I want to watch football so bad.
Is there no football right now? I just now I'm realizing that there are 3 different football promotions.
NFL. I should be.
The XFL is on right now.
I thought it just ended.
The XFL just ended. There's another football league that's on too.
We don't care about that. I want my NFL. I want my Lions. This is the time. This is the time. It's almost time, man. We have to take the North. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Jalen and tell him like, better luck next time, Bucko. Yeah, Bears ain't making it this time. This is our time. This is our time. Look, maybe next year we'll have an actual battle. This year, we too hot.
There'll be battles this year.
Well, yeah. Does anybody else have any closing statements before I wrap this?
Put the book in this bitch.
Yeah, not today. Not
Put
today.
the book in this bitch.
What did I used to say?
Close the book.
Close the book on this
There we
bitch.
go.
Put the
Close
book in this bitch.
Hey, people, the best thing
You sound
about
like
this
somebody
is
opening up a library.
the best thing is, people, you no longer have to hear me talk about getting married, and I'm pretty happy about that too.
Yeah, now you get to hear him talk about being married.
Yep. That's gonna be like forever. So it won't be that bad though. This is just normal life.
Well, with that, Kyle, you got anything?
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Well, you know what time it is then, folks. The thing I've been waiting weeks to do has been forever.
So
That thing that I love, that thing that I want, I need, and I crave. See, it only makes sense on this podcast. It only ever makes sense on this podcast. But I'm going to go ahead and get these drums going. And I'm going to thank you for tuning in to a wonderful episode of the Everything and Nothing podcast starring your boys, Mike, Brandon, Jalen, Kyle. What more could you ask for when you get the four of us onto an illustrious podcast like this? Brandon, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Play me out.